Hey everyone, it is Julie and Tiffany from Where There Is Magic, and today what we wanted to do is one of these Disney paper parks projects.
This is our new project.
Actually, this is something you can download from DisneyParksBlog.com. It's something they just came out with like yesterday or the day before, like just the last couple of days. And what you can do is download these little paper projects where you can like print it out and put it together, and it is like parts of the park. So like show them the parts of Main Street.
So we did Main Street. You can kind of see it's colored on both sides where you taped it together. It looks all great. This is the Main Street USA and Magic Happens Parade project. So we decided to put together a float for you guys on video.
Yeah. So we've already done the Main Street USA. We're going to tell you a little bit more about what we thought about that project at the end. But for this video, we are going to put together, this one is Maui and Pua Magic Happens Parade float. And FYI, we have no idea what we're doing. We're going to try and follow directions.
It'll be fun. So each of the floats, as well as Main Street USA, have their own instruction paper that you'll see here. So we'll try and follow it as closely as we can. It called for glue stick, scissors, crayons. We're already colored it, so the crayons are done. Toothpicks and plastic straws. So we've got all those things ready. We're ready to rock and roll.
Awesome. All of our things. All of the things. Do you want to tell them about our straw?
Our straw?
Yeah.
So it calls for a plastic straw to use as kind of the gear to make the float roll. So we realized we didn't have a straw, and we thought, I'm kind of hungry and we only need one straw. So we went to McDonald's and we had lovely food and one extra straw.
Can I get an extra straw on the side? And now we have a straw. Okay, so we're going to get started. First thing is just cut it out. So
cut off half of it and I'll cut out pieces.
And something we learned from the Main Street project is it's got numbers on it, and to try and either remember what the numbers were or like not cut off the numbers portion, because that made it very confusing.
We should just write on the back, this is.
That might actually help, because like where it says the number and the piece, they don't go together.
Once
Like,
you cut it
off.
Once you cut it out, you're like, oh crap, I don't remember what piece this is. This one's a little bit easier, but when we did Main Street, it was 4 pieces of building. It's like, which one goes where? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter.
This one might actually matter.
Yes. So we're going to do our best.
So Tiff, while we're cutting out, what is your favorite part of a Disney parade? 'Cause we're cutting out Disney parade pieces. Let's talk Disney parades.
Favorite part of a Disney parade?
Do you like Disney parades? Like, will you stop and watch them?
I usually stop and watch them. I like the design of the floats, especially with the Magic Happens ones. We were watching some docu-series that involved some of the parade floats from this new parade that they had coming out, and I was really excited. We haven't seen it yet, but it's going to be great whenever we get to go. And my favorite parade that I've ever seen at Disney World, I loved Main Street Electrical Parade, but when we went to Mickey's Not So Scary and the Headless Horseman came like galloping down the road, you had no idea what the heck was happening, but it was so cool. That was my favorite part.
I love Mickey's Not So Scary. I'm really kind of sad they're not doing it this year.
I know.
It's lame. They haven't said yet if they're going to do the Oogie Boogie, whatever, Disneyland, California, their version of it. But they haven't even said when they're opening the park yet. Well, they had that original date of July 17th, I believe, which was like the anniversary of Disneyland opening. And then
California governor said not yet.
They said, JK, we're not even going to tell you how to do that yet. And we're we're all patiently waiting.
Ever so patiently, we're not good at this.
Patiently at all. Waiting until after the 4th of July when the governor
gives them guidelines to even how to open and what the guidelines and restrictions have to be.
Exactly. So we're all a little frustrated by that, but they are going to be able to open Disney Springs next week. It's opening to general public July
8th.
I think the 9th is general public. I think 8th
No.
might be
I thought it was
Annual
7th
pass
and 8th, but yeah.
preview.
To Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Whatever day.
And we're hoping to get to Disney Springs this month.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah, we actually had a reservation at a hotel to go down and check it out, but they might be closed now that Disneyland's closed. So our plan is still to go down and check out Disney Springs for you, see what it's like down there, how the whole mask situation works.
I ordered some masks online yesterday, so we're gonna try those out.
Awesome. And I want to see like what new merchandise and stuff they've got down at
COVID
World
edition,
of
yes,
Disney.
we're looking forward. They probably won't, but that would be great.
I saw like the best sticker the other day that was like on the back of a car that was an annual pass like magnet thing.
Yeah.
And it had Mickey with a mask and it said 2020 and I was kind of laughing about that. I don't know if that's an official magnet
I don't know.
for annual pass holders, but it was fantastic.
Well, yesterday I found someone who made stud earrings out of the annual pass holders. The passes. That
Oh,
was
really?
really funny.
That is cool.
Whoever did those. They were really well done and they looked cute. I just never thought of doing that in my life.
Things we would never think of doing. People are so creative on like Pinterest and well, mostly it's probably like on Etsy and whatever.
Oh, it's
but
Etsy.
They are so creative. They have
Pinterest is
stuff.
not so creative. Pinterest is where your hopes and craftiness goes to die.
This could, y'all, turn out to be a Pinterest fail. If it does, then you'll just
You
know
can laugh with us. It's okay.
in advance. This is probably not a project for your children. How is the cutting going for you? So far, the cutting
there's
for
a lot of
me
details.
is a little more advanced detail than I would have thought for a kid's project.
Yeah, so when we did Main Street, it was cut along these general outlines, and I was like, okay, I can do that. Blah, 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 done in like 1 minute. These ones are like a lot more intricate, and it takes a lot more time, so we're gonna see how this turns out. Also, the instructions weren't exactly clear on the Main Street USA. We're gonna see how these ones go, but on Main Street USA, it said cut along the solid bold line, but the solid bold line is the one that's like right next to the buildings that they're outlined in. There was like a slightly thinner gray line saying the cut line, and they did not match on the legend. So,
And the street, there was like no indication of where you were supposed to place anything.
yeah.
There was dots and circles and whatever, and no indication of what any of that meant. So we're gonna see if this one,
Turns out
mine
to
are
be better.
almost cut. How are you doing?
I need to do these trees, and it's gonna take me a minute.
Okay, well, after these circles, I have some free-handing if you need additional assistance.
Okay.
So Tiff, are you team Disneyland or Disney World, or does it matter as long as it's Disney?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Because they both have their things that I like. So Disneyland has the better tiki room. I'm not sure if the other one has been changed yet, but
It changed back.
okay, good, because that was superior by a long shot. And then just like the smallness of the park and the fact that we're closer to it means it's an easier, cheaper. I can still go to Disney, but Disney World has like Animal Kingdom and Epcot and all the fun
Yeah.
stuff.
I think Disneyland is like easy and great for
It's convenient.
a weekend. It's convenient. We're in Utah, so it's actually a pretty easy drive. You can fly there in what, hour and a half, maybe 2
Hour and a half.
hours. It's and
Flights are
we can
cheap.
get flights for like $35 to LAX. So it is super cheap, super close. And some of the rides are better.
Some of the rides are better. You
So,
like Indiana Jones, and they don't even have it at Disney World.
Indiana Jones is great, guys. If you've never been on Indiana Jones at Disneyland,
You're missing
you need to go. That is probably my favorite ride.
Nuh-uh, Haunted Mansion is.
Okay, here's my favorite rides.
Okay.
While you guys are watching us cut out things. Indiana Jones at Disneyland in California. Haunted Mansion, I just love everywhere. It
That's
is
the
just
same.
a classic. But you know what I love now is the new Flights of Passage in Animal Kingdom in the, what is that land? Pandora. I know what I'm talking about. That ride is so cool. And you haven't been on it yet?
I haven't been on it. I'm still waiting. We have a trip planned in December.
Yeah, we have a trip plan coming up, but oh my gosh, that ride is so freaking good.
I'm excited.
It is so good.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, you're good. I have my
You
pieces.
can look at the instructions and see what happens next.
Okay. Color the pages, check. Cut along, solid lines. Working on it. Fold tabs and pieces according to the guide. So on the guide, I don't know if you guys can see it, it has like different styles of lines for how you're gonna fold them. I messed this up on the Main Street one. Let's see if I can do it correctly. For this one, I'm gonna start doing some folding. Okay, so
There's
line,
this guy too, if you want to fold him.
dot, line, dot, line,
Some Morse code lines.
mountain fold.
So,
Mountain fold. This is the directions. Valley fold. Mountain fold. That's cute. Okay, I've never heard of that. There is a new mountain in Disneyland. Is how you're folding. Okay, should we talk mountains?
I was going to say, because they're taking out Splash Mountain, we don't even know it's going to be a mountain anymore.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard yet, Splash Mountain at both Disneyland, California Park, and Disney World are going to be re-themed with Princess Tiana and fun characters from The Princess and the Frog. Some folding. And the sketches I've seen have it as a big tree sort of situation. So will it not be considered a mountain anymore? That's a good question.
You want to tell them your new name for the ride?
Name for the ride, according to Julie, is now The Princess and the Log.
Ah! Okay, I've got everything cut out.
Okay, you have things cut out. Help me foldy.
Okay.
All of mine so far have been mountain fold, so.
Yep.
And I'm curious to see how this thing goes. But what do you think about the retheming? Man, has there been a lot of
Discourse.
yes, talk and fighting and everything about this
Petitions
new...
to save Splash Mountain. I'm like, you don't
I know.
need petitions on anything else.
Okay, y'all, whoever keeps posting on all of our stuff, petition to stop the retheming of Splash Mountain. Save Splash Mountain today! Knock it off, dude. So tell me what your thoughts are on that, Tiff.
So,
I think we're folded.
this one's almost folded. There we go. So my general perspective is, yes, it needed a retheming. No one's seen Song of the South. The only reason I have is because my English teacher in high school happened to have a copy from like years and years and years ago. I decided to show the class just for educational purposes. Most people my age and even older have not seen this movie. They just know it from Splash Mountain. They don't even know who Uncle Remus is because he's not in the actual ride. But we all know the trouble with the movie is they said that it was showing blacks in a bad light. It was originally intended to show blacks in a better light than they currently were in that day and age. They were doing the best they could. But they're retheming it because, one, it's not as relevant to kids nowadays, or just people in general, because they haven't seen the movie that it's now based on. And two, they wanted a better representation for the black community. And so they chose Princess and the Frog because it was a newer, more relevant story that had that element to it that they were looking for.
And it kind of came out at an interesting time, this announcement, because there had been kind of petitions and stuff to change the theming of the ride to Princess and the Frog, and then Disney magically came out with this. We've been working on this all year, that it was already going to be that. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but I do know a year ago when we were in Disney World, I was talking to my kids about the fact that it was probably going to be getting a retheming. There was already a year ago lots of rumors and stuff about it getting rethemed to something else.
Well, not only that, but it needed an update anyways. It was like, just in the process of Imagineering and stuff. They keep the rides updated. They keep them repainted. They keep them redone. It was closed in Disneyland when we last went for some sort of refurbishment, cleaning up, whatever.
Yeah.
And so they do this frequently to rides, and the old rides do get makeovers when they become
kind of obsolete.
Not as relevant as the other rides.
Yeah. So in my mind, I actually absolutely love Splash Mountain.
Oh yeah, it's great
I
ride.
love what it is right now.
Zippity-doo-dah will get in your head every time.
And that's it, that final scene. Everyone's on the big boat. I love this ride.
Mm-hmm.
However, I also support the new redo, and I think they could do something really magical with it. And
I'm
it's
excited
great
for the
timing.
story. They have a great story in mind. The Imagineers are always about the story that the rides tell, and so I'm excited to see what they do with it, and something new to bring to the parks. It's something classic, but it's being redone in a completely new way, and I hope that they do it with the Disney magic they usually do.
I think they could bring in a lot of cool elements. Okay, so we have things. That one required no folding. We have things folded up. Now what?
Okay.
I think
Assemble piece 1 by gluing with a glue stick the tabs to the inside of the flap to create the trail box. So I think that's this guy right here. It's a
Okay.
regular boxy dude.
So
It just
that
needs
guy
glue.
needs a little bit of glue. Okay, I'm gonna glue this,
Yeah.
and you do the next part.
Okay. Put a wooden toothpick into the straw and pierce one of the paper wheels. So these are our little paper wheels. They have cute little flowers on them. We're gonna take.
Those are the wheels?
Yeah,
They're
cute.
tiny. Are they gonna be able to do anything? I don't know. I
Hopefully.
guess we'll see.
These are cute little toothpicks. They're not double-ended, so we'll see how this goes. So it should be
Oh.
okay. I did not realize that, but they will surely work. It doesn't say cut, but oh no, it says cutting 2 pieces of straw that are 1.5 inches long. Then we have a ruler. Am I guessing?
I think we're probably guessing.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
They didn't put ruler on the things you need.
I'm just gonna put that on, like that. That's about the general length.
Hopefully that's the right length.
Yeah. I'm guesstimating. There we go. 2 pieces.
FYI, add a ruler to the list of supplies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a wooden toothpick into the straw, and then pierce one of the wheels. Right through the middle. This is definitely harder than a kindergartner can do. This is an older child's project. Okay. I got it through.
Okay. And one of our thoughts originally was maybe you should do this on cardstock, but we decided to do it on paper, just regular paper, because that was the instructions.
We'll see how this goes.
And we'll see how it goes.
So,
And if you really should have done it on cardstock, we're going to let you know after.
apply a small dab of white school glue to keep the paper disc on the toothpick. We can just use glue stick or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Here.
Okay.
I'm just going to stick it in.
Are you going to stabby?
No, I'm going to roll it.
Okay.
I'm going to be nice.
What about on the paper to the tubey thing
I
itself?
don't think it needs that.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
We're seeing.
Pierce the other paper wheel disc on the other side of the toothpick and move it so it's tight against the straw edge.
Okay.
So we're going to try
want
to do this. Yeah.
Glue.
Like twisting the other thing. Okay.
That didn't stay very well.
Well, I didn't know what to do with it.
Do you need 2 hands?
Well, I have 2.
Do you need 4? Mommy's only got 8 hands.
Possible.
Okay.
It's just so small.
You want me to?
Yeah, balance
I'm
that.
gonna hold that.
But this end's not
Pokey.
pointed, so I have to.
Maybe if you poked it with another one to like
I'm good.
pre-drill the hole. You got it?
And then we do that.
Okay. You guys see it? Okay. Now what?
We do it again.
Okay. That does not look like it's gonna work, dude.
Trim off the excess toothpick with scissors if you want to. Complete step 5. Yes, you have a 2-wheel axis assembly.
Okay.
So
There's-
you do the other one.
You want me to do the other one?
Yeah.
What do you do with this dude? You wanna work on that?
Yep.
Because we already know what to do on this thing.
Assemble piece 3. I'm assuming this guy wraps around like this.
That's what I'm assuming as well.
Yeah. He's next.
Ow.
Careful, he gets sharp.
toothpicks are sharp, by the way. That's how they poke through the hole.
Careful, those noodles are sharp.
Sure.
These tabs are kind of small. I wish they were bigger.
All of this so far is seriously the grade level you need to do this is upping as we're getting through the project.
Seriously. Main Street USA was probably like 2nd grade, but this is like getting to probably college.
You need a
Maybe
degree
high school, but still.
to get through this project. That's our problem, Tiff.
What?
I didn't finish college.
That's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Considering my degree
Finish
was
college,
going
people, or else you'll
towards-
end up blogging about Disney.
I don't know
sure.
that sounds like the worst thing ever.
Like, I'm not sure how unmotivating that is. Because I'm
Finish
all for-
college and you could work at some boring job.
Here's this. Finish college and you can work for Disney instead of blogging about it.
There you go. Maybe that's a more positive spin on it. Finish college and
Okay.
work for some boring
I've got
company.
our base.
Or you could do crafts and visit Disney parks and tell people how cool it is.
Okay, so I've got our base. He's a round cylinder dude.
I think you did a better job of my wheel portion
You
where
know
I
what?
may have
It'll be fun.
destroyed the wheels.
It
We're all gonna be quiet about that. Okay, and
says
it's very sticky.
piece 4.
Also, not required but suggested, baby wipes for the sticky fingers.
That's very smart.
Okay, now what?
I'm confused. You remember that part where we said make sure you like label or remember which piece is which?
That is piece 3 base.
Okay, this is piece 3. Is this piece 4? I don't know what
That
piece
is
4 is.
piece 6 base.
Okay, I need piece 4. Is this piece 4?
Maybe. Piece 2. Piece 4 is trees.
Okay.
Piece 4, trees.
Okay, so this is easy. This
Ha.
is easy. Yay! Use the glue stick to glue the two sides together.
We can do it!
I can do that.
Okay, now what? You're gonna glue those together. What am I gonna do?
Piece 5, attach the plants around the outside of the cylinder. So this one, I'm guessing this, you're just gonna glue
Oh,
around
and
the
I'm
outside.
gonna glue around the outside. I can do that. I feel confident in my...
We got to parts that I think maybe a 5th grader can do.
But literally, this is way more complicated than we thought.
That's okay.
Do you think the pieces go up like this, Tiff?
Yes, yes they do.
Okay. I'll go that direction.
Smooth our treats out. Okay, those are stuck together.
So I imagine this little project we have as part of their kind of like bringing the magic home
Yeah.
that they've been doing while Disney parks are closed. What was that? What did they call that?
Disney Magic Moments hashtag.
That's right, Disney Magic Moments, and they had like a hashtag for it. And they even had like a whole website dedicated to these little projects that I'm sure they still have.
Oh, I'm sure.
While, you know, people are wanting Disney experiences, but you can't go to the parks. So they've had really cool stuff. They've had recipes that you can make at home of things like Dole Whips and churros and like all of our favorite Disney park snacks. They've had sing-alongs with like a whole bunch of really cool people.
Sing-alongs were fun. The Mother's Day sing-along was great.
Yes. I didn't watch the second sing-along, did you?
No.
No? Okay. How's that coming?
I think it's going okay. We'll see how this is gonna go. It's like, it gets to like piece 5. Glue this part, attach the plants to there, and you want to know what step 9 is? Assemble as shown, and it gives you a picture of the finished product and says, yeah, just put it together.
Okay, so I'm gonna get the camera and show you guys a little bit more up close. we're coming over here for a more close-up shot of what's happening. So Tiff, show us your pieces here.
So I've got the wheels, and I'm guessing, so it's got the little divots here. I'm guessing the straw goes in those little divots and just sits on top, and so it can spin. But it's hard getting it to balance and do the right things.
So that's the issue here.
Okay. So I got that. The wheels are not
look.
that much longer, so I'm not sure if it's gonna roll. But
rolling is not really a thing.
This was not very well thought through. So on the top, it's got a flat piece, right? You can glue things on, and then it's like doesn't have a bottom, so you can't glue it onto this piece. So I'm like, well, it's just gonna sit there then. And
I guess it just sits there then.
And this
See how it goes there?
And this has no flat space on the bottom to like glue on, or like if I cut a crease in it, I can just stick it in.
Okay. I swear this project is like that thing in the Robinsons where they're like, I'm not sure how well this would thought out.
Right?
I have tiny arms and a big head, and this isn't going to work. That's basically how I feel like about this project is. I'm not sure how well all of this was thought out. It's cute.
Oh, it's cute. Okay,
but like literally.
Now it's like literally the whole thing. Okay, hold on.
Okay, cut.
And that's just gonna go in that hole. Okay, and that's gonna sit on top. And then we gotta glue Maui and Pua on.
Okay, glue Maui and Pua on.
Pua isn't sticking. Hold on. We just stick. Maui.
I'm closing up on the project here.
Okay. Is right behind him, even though those two never meet in the movie.
Okay. Flip it around. Oh, look, it's turning out cute.
Oh, it's cute. All right. There we go. And we stick them on the float. Ready? We're going to go down Main Street.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, dear.
I'll
reassemble.
This works. See if you can put him down Main Street the other direction so we can catch him coming this way.
Oh, you want him coming down?
Well, we have to have, it's a parade. The parade has to come down Main Street. So here's our Main Street. And we're going to see if it will come down. It wants to fall apart on us very much.
Well, there's no way to stick it together. Okay. Hold on. It's gluing to my finger. There we go. And then we put this guy.
We're starting. We're trying again.
Back in. Okay.
Okay.
Look.
Here he goes.
Oh, the wheel falls.
Maybe this is where we needed that string that we done.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well, at least let's get him a cute picture of, here is what he looks like. Here is our Main Street, who kind of is falling over. But look how cool. And then this is, girl. Oh, you go over.
Here.
FYI,
They're not very stable.
the most stable project of all time.
Maybe cardstock would have been, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so there is our finished float, and you can kind of see what he looks like
down Main Street.
coming down the paper Main Street. Okay, Tiff. Level of difficulty for this project once we got to the very end.
Main Street is about a level 4.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. This little guy, this is the smaller float that we have here. There were much bigger floats. He was probably 9, 10, 11-ish.
Get ready for a Pinterest fail on the floats. Is that the
great.
level? Did you?
About a 9 on difficulty. He doesn't, the instructions are better. It has 9 steps instead of like 3. But he's a lot more complicated, and you have to make sure some of the parts because he doesn't stick together very well.
He doesn't stick together very well. This is probably not going to be something your little humans can do, especially on their own.
They can color it.
They can color it. They can help you cut it out, maybe, if they're a little bit older.
Maybe.
Main Street's going to be so much easier for them to cut out, right?
That's their part. You can make the floats.
Yeah. So, like, Main Street, like, they were very straight edges. If it had a curve, it was a little bit of a curve. It's not going to be something that they break anything or make it
very
dysfunctional.
easy to cut out. It wasn't all those details to cut out. It was
because
just
if it's cut her out like a little bit different on the top, it's going to be absolutely no different in functionality. Our little guy down here, this guy, it's going to like completely make it so you can't use it if it's not cut out correctly on some of these pieces. But we totally had fun putting him together. It was a lot
of fun.
great fun project, and we totally recommend you get on Disney Parks blog and download some of these Disney paper parks.
Disney paper parks.
Disney paper parks. Say that 7 times fast. Disney paper parks. That's what you want to download. There's lots of fun different projects, varying levels of difficulty. Totally get on and get one done. This has been Julie and Tiffany from Where There Is Magic.